there with me. So Good evening, Melbourne Polytechnic graduates and guests. Welcome. Welcome to Melbourne Polytechnic's second graduation ceremony for 2025. We had the first one last night. This is the second one tonight. There is not one tomorrow night. So if you're expecting to come back tomorrow, we won't be here. My name's Trent McCarthy. I am a staff member at Melbourne Polytechnic and very excited to be here with you all this evening. In fact, I'm honoured and thrilled, to be honest, because having seen how many graduates we are putting through tonight through this really important ceremony, it's very exciting to be sharing this with you. This is one of life's big learning achievements, a celebration not of the end of your academic journey, but really what is hopefully the start of a life filled with discovery, evolution and continuing to learn. Wherever you are now, wherever you go next, we are proud to be part of your story and your journey. Tonight we have a whopping 196 graduating students from the academic departments of Business, Advanced Manufacturing and Logistics, and Business and Construction in Higher Education. Big round of applause for 196 people. Tonight, we will also be celebrating a number of Melbourne Polytechnic's Outstanding Student of the Year Awards for 2025. This is going to be a fantastic night. I look forward to welcoming you on stage this evening if you are graduating, to receive your certificates and then join your loved ones in celebration of all that you do. I'm also really excited about the words of wisdom that we'll be hearing this evening from some of our speakers. Before I bring on the party procession though, I just want to also share with you something, which of course is that we will be signing throughout this evening, and so you are welcome to applaud with your hands, or you can also applaud using Auslan. And just a quick demonstration, this is applause in Auslan, so I'll get everyone to do that with me. Yep. And if you really want to applaud very loudly, you do it like this, extra fast, okay? So you're welcome to applaud in both ways, and Melbourne Polytechnic is very proud to be one of the largest providers of Auslan education and of course a large provider of deaf people and hard of hearing people as well. So we're very proud of that role that we play. Now please, can I ask you to join me by standing and welcoming for the official party procession. So please join me in standing. Thank you.
We welcome people from all over the world to Melbourne Polytechnic to build one community.
Kusoo dhawaada Melbourne Polytechnic community-ga Soomaaliyeed.
Melbourne Polytechnic le da la bienvenida a la comunidad latinoamericana.
Melbourne Polytechnic mengucapkan selamat datang kepada Indonesia Communitas.
Melbourne Polytechnic Gujarati સમુદાયને સ્વાગત કરે છે.
墨尔本理工学院欢迎来自华人社区讲普通话的朋友们。
Το Melbourne Polytechnic καλωσορίζει τους ανθρώπους που μιλάνε ελληνικά.
El Politécnico de Melbourne le da la bienvenida a la comunidad de habla hispana.
A Melbourne Polytechnic está de braços abertos para todos os falantes da língua portuguesa.
Melbourne Polytechnic Punjabi community ਦਾ ਤਹਿ ਦਿਲ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ।
Melbourne Polytechnic accueille toutes les communautés francophones.
ආයුබෝවන්. Melbourne Polytechnic ආයතනය ඔබ සැම සාදරයෙන් පිළිගන්නවා.
Melbourne Polytechnic и посакува добре дојде на македонската заедница.
Melbourne Polytechnic बांग्ला भाषाभाषीদেরকে স্বাগত জানায়।
Melbourne Polytechnic हिंदी बोलने वाले लोगों का स्वागत करता है।
Il Politecnico di Melbourne accoglie la comunità della lingua italiana. ملبورن بوليتكنيك بترحب بالجالية العربية.
از طرف پرسنل و کادر آموزشی دانشگاه ملبورن پلی‌تکنیک به همه شما فارسی زبانان عزیز خوش آمد میگیم.
Melbourne Polytechnic chào mừng cộng đồng người Việt Nam.
I ljudi koji pričaju hrvatski su dobrodošli na Melbourne Polytechnicsu.
Melbourne'i Polytechnic tervitab eesti keelt kõnelevat kogukonda.
Melbourne Polytechnic приглашает украинское, российское, русскоговорящее сообщество.
Melbourne Polytechnic mengucapkan selamat datang kepada semua masyarakat berbahasa Melayu.
Melbourne Polytechnic 歡迎講粵語嘅朋友加入我哋嘅團隊。
Namaste, तपाईहरुलाई Melbourne Polytechnicमा स्वागत छ।
Melbourne Polytechnic welcomes everyone.
What a great video, hey? Thank you. A big welcome to our official party members for tonight. Now, can I just check in before we get underway? How's everyone feeling? Are we excited? I need to hear a little bit. I can't see you, so I need to make sure you're all there. Are we excited? Beautiful, fantastic. Thank you. A little bit of housekeeping. No more shouting. No, I'm only joking. I will ask you, if you may, to please turn any phones that you may have. If you've got 1 or 3 or 5, it doesn't matter. Please turn them all off to silent, and also please refrain from using flash photography tonight. This evening is such a special occasion, I know, for so many of you, for each and every graduand, your friends and family, everyone who's come here tonight to celebrate with you. An important part of this evening is also about making sure that everyone receives the same respect and celebration as each other. So we ask that you stay seated until the end of the ceremony, even if you have already received your award. And a reminder also that photography will still be available on level 2 after the ceremony. So if you didn't get to have a photograph beforehand, there is that opportunity after the ceremony. Now it is my great privilege and pleasure to welcome to the stage Wurundjeri man Colin Hunter, Jr. to present the Welcome to Country tonight. Please join me in making Colin very, very welcome.
Thank you very much. Good evening and welcome. It is my honour and privilege to be here tonight. My name is Colin Hunter IV. I would like to start off by acknowledging that this evening we are on Wurundjeri country, home of my ancestors and also home to everybody here today. I wish to pay my respects to both elders past, present and emerging, elders from all nations, especially all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander community members joining us here tonight. Wurundjeri is a part of the Kulin Nation and of the Wurrung language group. Wurundjeri country extends from the inner city of Melbourne across to the Great Dividing Range, west to the Werribee River, south to the Mordialloc Creek and east to Mount Baw. A big thank you to everybody who has helped make this event possible this evening. Wominjeka, welcome, and I hope everybody has a fantastic night ahead. Thank you very much and enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you, Colin. It is my great pleasure now to introduce Frances Coppolillo, the Chief Executive of Melbourne Polytechnic. Please join me in welcoming Frances to the stage to share her congratulations with you.
Thank you, everyone, and welcome. And thank you to Wurundjeri man Colin Hunter, Jr. for the Welcome to Country. I would like to acknowledge the peoples of the Kulin Nation, the traditional owners of the lands on which we are meeting today, and pay my respects to their elders past and present, and any elders and members of the community who we may have with us this evening. I'd also like to acknowledge the Aboriginal culture and teachings that predate Australian colonial settlement and have occurred on this land and the lands where our campuses are based for tens of thousands of years. We also acknowledge that these lands were never ceded. They are and always will be Aboriginal land. Graduating students, members of the Melbourne Polytechnic Board, distinguished guests, Melbourne Polytechnic staff, family and friends, I extend to all of you a warm welcome to Melbourne Polytechnic's graduation ceremony for 2025. Our graduating students, On behalf of Melbourne Polytechnic, your teachers, your loved ones that are with you tonight, we congratulate you on achieving this significant milestone, the completion of your qualification. Well done. In celebrating your achievements, I'd like to acknowledge the efforts and contribution made by your committed educators who supported you throughout your learning journey. I'd also like to congratulate you on making a great choice by choosing to study with us at Melbourne Polytechnic. Whether you're graduating with a vocational certificate or diploma or a higher education degree, your qualification will open many different pathways for you. The practical skills, the real-world knowledge that you've gained at Melbourne Polytechnic have prepared you to step straight into the workforce with confidence. You've also laid strong foundations for further study, upskilling, or exploring new opportunities, including higher education. Whatever path you take, studying at Melbourne Polytechnic has been a smart investment in your future. Applied learning is at the heart of what we do, combining theory, hands-on practice, and strong industry connections. Our courses are designed with real-world outcomes in mind, so you graduate with the job-ready skills employers value and the earning potential to match. Our TAFE and higher education graduates are highly valued by employers for their industry experience, their adaptability, and readiness to hit the ground running. The TAFE sector offers access to 81 of the top 100 fastest growing occupations in Victoria. Moreover, it's estimated that 80% of future jobs will be attainable via a TAFE education. No matter where your life and or career lead you, remember that the world of work is always changing. Your qualification lays strong foundations for career success, but learning doesn't stop here at graduation. Learning is the heartbeat. It's a phrase you will hear a lot at Melbourne Polytechnic. It's one of our strategic goals, and it means that students and industry are at the heart of the design and the delivery of every learning experience. But for me, learning as the heartbeat holds a deeper meaning. Learning is essential and central to growth, development, and the progress of individuals, communities, and societies. Learning fuels growth and innovation, and it's our passport to future opportunities. This is increasingly true in a fast-changing world where jobs are impacted by technological advances, global forces, a changing environment, and social change. Industries are evolving at lightning speed. Skills that are in demand today may be outdated tomorrow. In this fast-moving and dynamic world, our ability to remain curious, to extend our skills and knowledge, and to apply our capabilities to new environments will help us to adapt to the forces of change that are around us. Our vision at Melbourne Polytechnic is to create an inclusive, sustainable and thriving community. I would like to thank each of you for contributing to our Melbourne Polytechnic community. I hope that during your time here, you found a sense of belonging within this community, a safe place where you could freely express yourself, explore your passions, and a place where you felt supported to learn and to grow. This is important to all of us at Melbourne Polytechnic. In a world that feels increasingly tense and destabilised, one of the greatest contributions we can make is creating an environment where everyone feels safe, welcomed, valued and included. As you complete this chapter of your learning and as your lives and careers unfold, we look forward to welcoming you back to Melbourne Polytechnic in the future should you return to upskill or continue your learning. On behalf of us all at Melbourne Polytechnic, best wishes on reaching this significant milestone. Stay curious and embrace change. Your future belongs to you and it's yours to shape. Thank you.
Thank you, Francis. What a fantastic way to really get that sense of what tonight is about and also what tomorrow can bring for all of us. It's now my pleasure to introduce Mark Blanks, who is the Executive Director of Educational Excellence, to deliver the academic address. Please make Mark very, very welcome.
Good evening. Learning is the heartbeat. To the graduating students today, I'd like to extend my congratulations on joining the Melbourne Polytechnic alumni. You've worked hard. You've juggled work and family and study and completed many hard assessments and hopefully met some great people along the way. You've proved that you are a learner. And now you will have a piece of paper, or as we call it, a testament, as a record of your achievement. Reflecting upon this occasion, I thought I might share with you a bit about what a Melbourne Polytechnic testament means. Today you join a history of learners who have changed their lives through learning with Melbourne Polytechnic. I have no idea how many testaments Melbourne Polytechnic has awarded. As you can imagine from this address, it would be a lot. What you may not be aware of is that Melbourne Polytechnic is in fact one of Victoria's oldest tertiary institutions, being 113 years old. Melbourne Polytechnic traces its origins back to Collingwood Technical College, which was established in 1912. In 1912, we began by teaching a group of boys the manual arts of carpentry, pattern making, plumbing, engineering, sheet iron work and bricklaying. They studied in the evenings and nights, and many beginning their working day at 6 a.m, working jobs that don't exist now, such as being a paper boy or delivering the milk. Interestingly though, even though those jobs may exist, we still teach many of those trades. In 1916, during World War I, the school was used to rehabilitate returned soldiers, and a returned soldiers training scheme began healing the damage of the Great War through restoring the heartbeat of these damaged people through learning. When the Great Depression struck in 1931, we taught unemployed youths valuable skills to find work. Preston Technical College opened around 1937 and grew from strength to strength. And in the 1950s, it saw a first in Victoria when its doors were opened to women to learn technical trades. Preston Technical School became the largest technical school in Victoria. We continue this work on gender inclusion today. We grew and amalgamated into the Northern Metropolitan College of TAFE and then the North Melbourne Institute of TAFE, better known as NMIT. Some students may still see some staff wearing these shirts as they go around the school. And in 1914, we became Melbourne Polytechnic, the organisation you know today. As Melbourne has developed and expanded, we added campuses at Heidelberg, Epping, Greensborough, Prahran and Fairfield. Some of us may remember when Epping was just farmland. With this growth brought new communities, families, industries, with their own hopes, dreams and opportunities. We have seen waves of migration and refugees as people have left all they know behind to come to Australia and make Melbourne their new home. We have seen industries open and close, with workers looking to reskill and find new work. We see people looking for a change in their lives. At every step of the way, we have been there, with doors and arms wide open if you want to learn. So, why is this history lesson important? Because our history shows that for over 100 years, Melbourne Polytechnic, through learning, has provided a heartbeat to students, industries and communities. You may ask, What makes the learning heartbeat of Melbourne Polytechnic so special? As a polytechnic, we design and orientate our approach on three very human principles. We believe learning is best when it is applied, involves inquiry, and is integrated. Or as I like to talk about it, learning with your hands, head, and heart. Applied learning, or learning by doing, is learning with the hands, and it puts the technical into polytechnic. As you will have experienced this in many forms as you have studied. If you have measured, practiced, written, had practical placement, prepared, calculated, coded, planted, assembled, played, mixed, or demonstrated, you have experienced applied learning. If you have experienced this, you will know the great feeling of satisfaction upon looking of a job well done. Inquiry is the head part. When we think about inquiry, it's the skills that our industries say make the difference between a good employee and a great one. You may know them as critical thinking skills, problem identification and solving, continuous improvement, project management, reflection, analysis, curiosity, and communication. It's these skills that help industry and communities grow and keep you engaged in your profession over the years and prepare you for change. Our final principle is integrated. This is the heart and recognises that the world is integrated and many industries work in multidisciplinary ways and are intrinsically interconnected. If you think about a modern building site and the number of trades that work together to build a house, or if you think about a hospital and the number of different practitioners that come together to heal a patient, all work and learning has a context and a purpose. Because your learning experience has been integrated, you will have the ability to think and build connections with other disciplines for mutual benefit. Like the heart in our bodies, it connects us with new network for new possibilities. Together, these elements create the heartbeat of learning. This is what makes your achievement today so unique. In a world where the pace of change is rapid and we see our environment shifting before us, it is easy to become concerned or anxious about what the future looks like. As you are embarking on your new career, you may be wondering, will my job still be there in 5 years' time? Will my industry be replaced by Gen AI or robots? My response to you is yes, things will change. It is the only thing that we can be sure of. But more importantly, I would say to you, you will be okay. You cannot be replaced by a computer. There is more to you than that. Just remember Melbourne Polytechnic's history. Remember the returned servicemen, the unemployed in the Great Depression, the refugee migrant families who all had their worlds turned upside down and found their heartbeat through learning. The principles that you have experienced in learning at Melbourne Polytechnic will give you the ability to succeed. Your testament means something. We place a lot of emphasis on making sure that this piece of paper is correctly awarded. In fact, we have an academic registrar whose key job is to check that this occurs. Marin, it's time for you to give everyone a wave. Now, whether you frame it or hang it on the wall or put it in a drawer, or even if you lose it, your qualification still stands. It means that you are part of a 100-year history. It means that your family and friends will feel proud of your achievement. It means you have a qualification that cannot be taken away from you and will be remembered for generations to come. It means that you are a learner. Learning never stops. Remember, that learning happens with your head, your heart, and your hands. Know that learning is the heartbeat. To the alumni of 2024, you belong. Welcome to Melbourne Polytechnic. Thank you.
What fabulous wise words. So much to think about. Our head, our heart, and our hands. Thank you, Mark. Tonight, we are celebrating the achievements of 196 of the 404 Melbourne Polytechnic graduands for 2025. And I say graduands, not graduates, because once you have graduated, you become a graduate. But at this stage, you are still a graduand, but we're just about to change that. This year also marks a proud milestone in our global journey as Melbourne Polytechnic, with our Vietnam campus and our Melbourne Polytechnic Vietnam holding its very first graduation ceremony this year in Hanoi in March. In partnership with FPT Polytechnic, 43 students from both Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City graduated, reflecting the growing international reach of a Melbourne Polytechnic education. We warmly welcome them to our alumni community. Supporting the presentation announcements tonight is Jordan Winfield from Melbourne Polytechnic's International Office. Welcome and thank you, Jordan. Let's commence the ceremony. First up tonight are the graduates from the Department of Business, Advanced Manufacturing and Logistics. Please join me in welcoming Joanna Jackson, Manager of Business, Advanced Manufacturing and Logistics, to present her department's certificates.
The graduates for Certificate 4 in Accounting and Bookkeeping are Simone Cavalcanti Freda Fischer, Dylan Connolly, Dania Isho, Angela Drage, Gabriel Oliver, Mariam Siddiqui, Laura Tracy, please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Diploma of Accounting are Silva Sarkis Vatan Vatan. This student also completed the Certificate 4 in Accounting and Bookkeeping. Melanie Samantha Young. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduate for Certificate 4 in Building and Construction is Varun Chunat. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Diploma of Building and Construction Building are Syed Araruddin Abedi, Bishoy Kaisa Boutros, Thomas Dodd, Joseph Mamone, Tang Bing Nguyen, Chris Wagner, Massimo Zonta, please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Advanced Diploma of Building Design Architectural are Pamnad Amnue, Ahmed Assad, J. Louise Bacleon, Hannah Jane Code, Chitral Dumina Silva Quintota Vidanalage, Mahmoud Hamrah, Gada Isho, Jacob McVeigh, Ruby O'Neill Dryden, Benjamin Pace, Adriana Pender, Hai Tang Fa. Mariam Rafihi. Julian Felipe Ruano Chacon. Hong Tu Chen. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Advanced Diploma of Building Surveying are Roderick Christians, Lucy Henry, Sajida Laher, Muhammad Adil Mansouri, Ashfaq Mohammed, Kate Pirani, Patrick Stepniewski, Ching Fei Andrew Wong, please join me in congratulating them. The graduate for Certificate 4 in Business is Hannah Bogner. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Diploma of Business are Alessandro Bevilacqua, Bryn Gomez, Isanula Staniksai, please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Certificate 4 in Cybersecurity are Asil Abujabo, Anisha Anthony, Jin Koo Kong, Amardeep Kaur, Harpreet Kaur. Dimitrios Makaronis. Ilcha Naumoski. Wasim Rafihi. Nuria Sheikh Mohammed. Pavati Devi Sivasubramani. Amit Suresh Chandra. Bijal Thanawala. Navya Samira Vadipati. Rama Shankar Vetsu. Ken Ye Yong. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Diploma of Engineering Technology are Dakin Koulahan, Racha Lapngan, Julian Andres Leal Acosta, Gabriela Alejandra Payares Amaya, Dasuni Netmika Piladua Mahaboga Hawatage, Malin Mathisha Ponampuruma Arachige. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Certificate 4 in Interior Decoration are Georgette Athanasopoulos, Tristan Bennett, Juan Jose Cabrera Hernandez, Jolly Den Sim Escalona. Sokuntiawi Georgiev. Athra Gorges. Jessica Moshi. Sophia Rushiti. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduate for Diploma of Interior Design is Nambuge Don Bagya Anupama Peiris. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Diploma of Information Technology are Kamila Ahmad, Nguyen Phúc Tinh, Marcus Hall, Alexandria Scalora, please join me in congratulating them. The graduate for Certificate 4 in Marketing and Communication is Yi En Seo. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Diploma of Marketing and Communication are Adinda Rapana Putri Pasaru. This student also completed a Certificate 4 in Marketing and Communication. Michiko Sato. This student also completed Certificate 4 in Marketing and Communication. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Certificate 4 in Work, Health and Safety are Johnson Kagiowa Cruz, Sapida Keshtkar, Chaitanya Malasani, Deborah Mortello, Connie Trapea, Joshua Williams. Please join me in congratulating them.
Let's give all of our graduates a huge round of applause. And can you please join me? So congratulations, of course, to all the Business, Advanced Manufacturing and Logistics graduates, but please thank me in also giving a huge round of applause to Joanna, who just presented 105 certificates. That is an extraordinary achievement. So. I don't know if it is actually a record, but I'm going to say it is, and you're going to join me in saying that, okay? So that's our thing tonight. We're celebrating a record in the number of certificates presented by one person. We'll go with it, yeah? Please join me now in welcoming back to the stage Chief Executive Francis Coppolillo.
Each year at graduation, we present our Melbourne Polytechnic Outstanding Students of the Year Award. To be named an Outstanding Student of the Year is no small feat. These awards recognise outstanding achievement and academic and practical achievement, backed by leadership, collaboration and a commitment to making a positive impact both inside the classroom and beyond. Students are judged on career and study achievements, communication, teamwork and leadership skills, and their ability to represent our learning community with pride. These students have set a high standard, and tonight we celebrate their hard work and commitment. Joanna Jackson will present the first award for the evening, the Outstanding Business, Advanced Manufacturing and Logistics Vocational Education Student of the Year Award.
Thank you, Francis. The Outstanding Business, Advanced Manufacturing and Logistics Vocational Education Student of the Year for 2025, sponsored by Quest Preston, is Hannah Code.
About the way you move, no, there ain't nobody like, so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high, ain't nobody like you.
My name is Hannah and I study building design. Career change is not an easy thing. Coming to the course, you know, as a mature student or kind of like with a career change, it's quite intentional. You're sort of not just there because someone said, oh, you should pick something. Okay. So we're going up to level 3, which is where I spent majority of the last 2 years. I did university for my therapy course a long time ago. I kind of knew going back to study, knowing myself a little bit better, that style of learning probably wasn't going to be for me this time around. But when I made the decision, I was really sure about it. This is where we spent a lot of time in first year. Yeah, when I came across this course, it just clicked. Like, I didn't really realise in the past that there was another avenue into kind of design and architecture. Everything we did, I was like, oh, this is really interesting. Getting to know classmates and kind of having been a beginner myself in other areas, sort of knowing what that can be like when you're younger. So just trying to help others out, I think, and help be a bit of glue, I guess. Even if something is kind of scary or makes you a bit nervous or workload might get challenging, that's not always a bad thing. So just kind of embrace it, work through it, because like usually on the other side of something hard and challenging, it's really rewarding. So just stick with it, give it a go.
Congratulations, Hannah, and thank you, Joanna. Our next award tonight is the English as an Additional Language Student of the Year Award for 2025. Please welcome Christina Rodenberg, Manager of EAL, to present it.
Thank you, Trent. The Outstanding English as an Additional Language Student of the Year for 2025, sponsored by the City of Whittlesea, is Eklas Alawad.
My name is Ikhlas. Yes, I am a student in Melbourne Polytechnic. I study English from 2 years and half. When I start, I don't understand any word. I feel confused and I decided to know and start with the English. It is very easy when I come to class every day and follow my teacher and do my homework. I am thankful for every teacher in Melbourne Polytechnic because all us very nice and honest and hardworking with all students.
So tell me about why you came to Australia from Syria.
Oh, that is bad story. I lost my husband in Syria and lost my son when the war started. So I have one son. I decided to go and left everything. If I can help the other, I don't stop it. Someone noticed that because I do that from myself, because that is my nature. I usually do that in my life. You can do anything in any age. Now I am an outstanding student in EAL in Melbourne Polytechnic.
Congratulations to Eklas and thank you, Christina. Tonight, we are joined by a guest note speaker, Thomas Bradford. It's my honour to welcome Thomas Bradford, Melbourne Polytechnic's 2023 overall Outstanding Vet Student of the Year for their exceptional work in the Diploma of Auslan. Thomas's journey is deeply personal. They grew up with deaf family members and witnessed firsthand the barriers faced by many in the deaf community. That experience sparked a fierce commitment to advocacy and a drive to be part of lasting change. In 2022, Thomas led their peers as chairperson of the Auslan Student Representative Group, championing student voice and connection. When COVID disrupted learning across the country, Thomas remained dedicated to mastering Auslan despite the unique challenges of learning a visual language online. Today, Thomas continues to shape the future of Auslan education in their role as a project officer in Melbourne Polytechnic's Auslan department, where they're already making a meaningful impact. Their leadership, passion and resilience speaks volumes, and we are thrilled to have them with us tonight to share their story with us tonight. Please join me in making Thomas very, very welcome.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Trent, for that very kind introduction. Before I start, I have a little bit of a confession. This isn't the first time I delivered this speech. I did give it last night at last night's graduation, and I was so unbelievably nervous. I don't think I've ever been more nervous in my life. And I've performed on stage for almost 30 years now. I had to keep my hands glued to this lectern just to stop them from shaking, but I can confirm tonight, no shaking. So we're good. So good evening, everyone. Melbourne Polytechnic staff and board members, teachers, friends and family, and a congratulatory greeting to all the graduating students here tonight, and to those who couldn't make it. My name is Thomas Bradford. I'm a newly qualified Auslan interpreter, past Melbourne Polytechnic student of the Diploma of Auslan, and yes, I was the overall outstanding vet student of the year in 2023. But my most important accolade to date, I'm now a Melbourne Polytechnic staff member. Specifically, I'm the proud and excited Moodle Project Officer of the Auslan department. I'm also the first person to use excited and Moodle in the same sentence. Yes, that's right, take a good look. After years of study and many hours of class time, sleepless nights spent unpacking assessment observation checklists, countless emails back and forth to teachers, and a certificate that says I can finally go off and out into the great big wide world. After all of that, you too could end up right back where you started. Only this time you'll have an official Melbourne Polytechnic staff lanyard and a longer email address. So I'm someone who values their time above all else, so you can trust me when I say that I wouldn't be back working at Melbourne Polytechnic if I didn't value my time I spent here as a student, and the time spent by my teachers imparting their language and their lived experience. I also wouldn't be back if I didn't think it was worth investing my time in supporting the education of others, in the very small way that I do. I certainly wouldn't be here giving this speech if I didn't think it was worth my time in sharing this experience with you all. I'd like to first acknowledge my incredible position of privilege that I'm in now and was in during my time studying for my diploma. I come from a supportive upbringing. I have always had the means to pursue my interests and to self-fund them. I've been presented with many incredible opportunities in my life, some through hard work, but some because of the privileges that I've been afforded. One huge privilege that was unexpectedly handed to me and allowed me to get to where I am today is the privilege of time. Purely by happenstance and a global pandemic resulting in many months of lockdown restrictions, I was afforded the time to be able to devote my days to studying and learning a new language. While the world was temporarily shutting down and battling with widespread illness, I was given the silver lining of time, one that we all crave in our busy lives today. As double-edged as those 2 years were, I was in a privileged enough position to be able to try my hand at a new skill and give it my undivided attention. I know now, after completing my second diploma last year in interpreting, that it is not easy to juggle student commitments on top of life's many other commitments. I applaud all who have made it here tonight despite this, and to those who may not have made it, your time will come. So this year's theme is Learning is the Heartbeat. While preparing to give this speech, I challenged myself to sit with those words and to understand what they mean to me and what the process of learning means to me. Possibly in some attempt to find some prolific words to spout at you tonight and to make myself come across as more insightful than I really am. But in all honesty, I've always been more focused on the destination and not the journey. I'm sure most of us have come across the saying, "We never stop learning," or that life is just a series of lessons learnt. Yet when I think back to the intentional periods of my life where I set out to learn something new, it's not what I learnt that stands out to me as the heartbeat, but rather why I was learning and who was teaching me. Journeying into learning a language like Auslan, from having zero knowledge about the language and the deaf community, it was the teachers I had over the years and their dedication to sharing their language and culture that had the most impact on me. Learning may very well be the heartbeat, but at the heart of what I've learnt are the teachers who taught me. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank some of those teachers, if I can. My Cert 2 Auslan teacher, Jenny Kadiki, taught me to love learning again. After having dropped out of 3 tertiary courses before turning 22 and prior to finding Auslan, I was almost certain that I was never going to study again. Jenny's infectious passion for sharing her language and her resilience for tackling a full semester of online teaching through a lockdown genuinely ignited in me an interest in learning again. Suddenly, I was studying outside of class hours, meeting online with classmates to practice, creating collaborative spreadsheets full of new vocabulary and sharing notes, which will come as no shock to those who know me, because if there are 2 things that I love, it's a well-crafted and visually pleasing Excel spreadsheet and the communal power of a shared resource. So thank you, Jenny. My Cert 3 teacher and now close colleague, Rachel Mears, taught me to approach learning with a sense of humour. She never failed to make me laugh in class, showing me my first joke in Auslan, and she consistently reminds me not to take myself so seriously, even when the work is serious. It is my objective truth that people learn better when they are having fun, and that is to say that I learn better when I am having fun. As the esteemed Sex and the City actress Kim Cattrall once said, "I don't want to be in a situation, even for an hour, where I'm not enjoying myself." This may feel like an impossible feat when you're hours deep into a mandatory written assessment, so learn from what Rachel has taught me and find the fun in the work. So thank you, Rachel. My Cert 4 teacher, Fiona Mark, also now a colleague, taught me patience and persistence with my learning. As I previously mentioned, I tend to be all about the destination and not the journey. So when faced with a challenge, like a sudden step up in course complexity and expectation, it was easy for me to lose sight of both. Fiona always approaches her classes with a persistent tenacity, and during the times when I was struggling, Fiona challenged me to slow down and be more intentional with my learning. Patience is still a foreign concept to me sometimes, so it's important to have a Fiona in your corner, even if that has to be yourself. Someone to remind you that learning is a journey and it's okay to take your time. So thank you, Fiona. And lastly, we have my diploma teacher, Walter Kadiki, the man who saw me through to the end of my 2-year course. Having already spent 3 semesters now learning Auslan, taking in as much as I could about syntax and grammar, and linguistic features like hand shape, orientation, location, movement, and expression, Walter really honed in and taught me the importance of that last one, expression. What is language if not a series of expressions with the means of connecting with others? For hearing people, we express through our voice, and for the deaf, their hands. And what is learning if not an expression of a person's desire to connect? Learning to connect with the history around us, to prepare us for the future, to help understand one another, and to better know ourselves. Walter taught me this, and taught me the reason why I learn, and why I'm so grateful to all my teachers. So thank you, Walter. So when you find yourself reflecting on this year's theme, with your certificate in hand, standing at the destination of one of life's many journeys, and you're unsure what it means to you, I invite you to ask yourself, what is your why? And how have you connected with the people around you and the implicit lessons that you have learnt through them? Maybe it's the same lessons that I have learnt, to have passion like Jenny, to keep things lighthearted like Rachel, to be patient but persistent like Fiona, and like Walter, to remember why we are all here in the first place. To close things out, I'd like to congratulate you all on your graduation and the end of this chapter in your lives. I encourage you to take with you the lessons learnt from your teachers and your peers and yourself, and run headfirst into the next chapter. But also to sit with this feeling of gratification, even if it feels bittersweet. Who knows? Maybe one day you too will be asked to give the keynote speech at the graduation ceremony of your old TAFE. And if you are, I hope you think about the destination and the journey and say an emphatic yes. Because it has been an absolute privilege to stand before you tonight and to share in this milestone with you. Best of luck with whatever comes next, and thank you for giving me a little bit of your valuable, valuable time. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Thomas. Another big round of applause, please, for Thomas. It's my pleasure to now welcome Megan Wilson, the Director of Vocational Education and Training, to present the next Student of the Year Awards for this evening. Megan.
Thank you, Trent. Tonight I have the great pleasure of presenting 2 awards. The first one is the Outstanding Construction Vocational Education Student of the Year for 2025. This is sponsored by the City of Whittlesea. The award goes to Oscar Ford.
I'm Oscar. I studied plumbing. It was my career change into a trade, which was very exciting. I decided to laterally upskill or change in career. Yeah, just wanted to be a little more practical with my hands. Thought it'd be a good thing to learn, be in a trade, something that you can't lose. Just being receptive to somebody that's had a lot more experience than you and understanding and respecting that while they might not use the words you use or they're not your vibe, that's fine. But being receptive to the information that was given and just giving it a shot. Like, you just got to get in there and see what happens. Once they knew that you were giving it a shot, most people would go out of their way to give you a little bit more advice or help you, like, have you seen this before? No, that's why you're not doing, like, first time I used a demo saw, I have no idea. And I tried to fumble my way through it for a bit and I just had to put my hand up and be like, mate, I've never seen what this does and it looks like it could probably take my foot off. There was a lot of younger students. They're still at the age where their brain's a sponge, you know, that they can just be by osmosis, and some of them were picking it up so quickly. For me, it was a conscious effort. I think I had to work a little bit harder in some aspects, but I mean, it's no fun if it's easy, right? I feel like it's a disservice to yourself if you're not giving the best, or you're at least trying to put your best foot forward. It might not be your best foot at the moment, but I mean, that's all you can really give, irregardless of whatever you're doing, whether it's a trade or anything in life. I feel like just give it the best you can.
Found my spot. Now I'm pleased to also present the Outstanding Apprentice Trainee of the Year for 2025. And the award goes to Joshua Presta.
Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car.
My name's Joshua Presta. I studied plumbing. I did actually learn so much throughout TAFE. It was a great experience, to be honest. The teachers were amazing. So before I started my apprenticeship, I was actually working for my father, who has a company in civil construction. At the time, I was actually really enjoying that work, but I just kind of wanted to learn something different because I could know I could always maybe go back to that. While I was doing my plumbing though, that mindset changed quickly because I realised if I wanted to get far in this field, I have to put all my eggs in the one basket, and I'm so rapt I have because now I'm seeing the fruits of the labour. So yeah, no, it's really awesome. I am quite loud and sometimes maybe a bit of a presence, but to be honest, yeah, I am the type of guy that whether I'm working or whether I'm talking to people, I really want the best for everyone, and having that mindset and that attitude, you get the best out of everyone around you. To follow through with something, to me, shows perseverance in what you're doing. So the fact that I started and finished something, that's with me forever, as with this award, and that's why I'm so happy to have it, because my future kids may go into a trade. Well, it's also something I can tell them as well. We got to live up to, so.
Hey. Congratulations to Oscar and Joshua, and thank you also to Megan. I'd like to give an additional award to both Oscar and Joshua, which is the best walk-on music of the night. So they joint winners of the best walk-on music, two of my favourite songs. We're about to have some more graduands become graduates, but before we do that, I'm just going to ask everyone if you want to just give yourself a little shake. You've been sitting still for a little while, so you can have a bit of a wiggle in the chair. You can shake it off. What's the Auslan shake it off? I think is this shake it off? No? We were trying to work that out before. So everyone, a bit of a wiggle before we get out of the way. Here we go. Just wiggle in your chair. There we go. Yep, loosen up. Yep, we've been sitting still. All right, fantastic. I'm not seeing enough wiggling there. Can I see some more wiggling, please? Yep, fantastic. All right, some people are truly committed, some people not so much. That's okay. We're going to get right into the next part of our ceremony, and I'm going to welcome to the stage Shane Wilkinson, Manager of Business and Construction, Higher Education, to present the awards for his department. Please welcome Shane to the stage.
The graduates for Bachelor of Accounting are Xiang Chang, Shu Ting Chen, Anujaya Abid Karagoda Patiranage, Muhammad Jabir Ramjan, Lina Maria Sotelo Rodriguez, Tintiri, Wanagurage Dona Modita Ayeshani Wanaguru. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Bachelor of Applied Architecture are Amanda Aisho, Ksenia Banchukova, Julcisa Matula Casas. Carla Elmekdesi. Claudia Kiernan. Rochelle Meyer. Wilma Steven Rojas Sarmiento. Si Chen Sun. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Bachelor of Business are Ahmed Abdul Magid Abdul Samad Abdul Magid. Putu Vani Arinanta. Barbara Luisa de Carvalho Custodio. Siobhan Fernando Liana Arachige. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduate for Associate Degree of Engineering Technology, Civil, is Itihad Asif. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Bachelor of Engineering Technology, Civil, are Thamia Upeksha Palapitiya Lianage. Andres Felipe Garcia Romero. Ho Peter Juan. Dinuka Santush Nayanamina Kalawarachi Dembili Pitiage. Urmila Kaki. Kamlesh Koru. Renu Lama Muktan. Muhammad Shaheen Muhammad Sajahan. Muhammad Rikas Nahur Tambi. Pasang Lamu Sherpa. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Bachelor of Hospitality Management are Chamindu Nimash Alwis Arambarage, Yineth Natalia Gazon Chiquiza, Made Andre Bagus Indrayana, Samatalin Lay, Muhammad Muntakim, Huai Zahan Nguyen, Ti Shang Nguyen, Ariana Nino Hernandez, Loku Galahiti Arachige Tehara Hasandi Sirimana, Le Feng Oyen Vo'o, Shakti Taranga Wetasinga, Netmi Pravina Wijanayaka Murianselage, Putu Bagus Wikahanda, please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Bachelor of Information Technology are Ritik Adikari, Usama Ahmed, Muhammad Ahmad, Herat Murianselage Kavindu Harshana Bandara Amunugama, Paulo Jason Arau, William Max Aubrey, Rohan Dital, Chamisha Mewan Disanayake, Christian Farina. Shania Dilrukshi Gardi Hewawasan Turuage. Julián Orlando González Aguado. Mitila Minara Hapuarachi. Neshmi Umadia Danaratne Konara Murianselage. Kanishka Ruchirin Pereira Kumarasingage. Wei Xia Liu. Chamari Wasana Rajapaksha Lianwalage Dona. Kino Rafael Manalo. Tejana Tamela Teshan Pereira Mawanama Hewa. Fatima Shamla Mohammed Ruwais. Selina Parazuli. Patikpal Singh. Bianca Petanucci. Alvin Peters. Pradeep Madhusanka Bandara Ranatanga Arachilage Gedara. Robesh Rokmariathas. Rajapaksha Mohotalalage Kavindu Tatsara Samara Divakara. Arati Shreta. Dilina Sanchana Jayaratna Tabuwana Acharige. Ashen Chetaka Siriwardana Waduarachige. Harin Ransilu Wirasuria Arachige. Prabodhi Metma Wijasinga. Miguel Angel Yepes Vargas. Kunaraj Yogaraja. Salman Yunis. Please join me in congratulating them. The graduates for Master of Professional and Practicing Accounting are Rimi Bhattacharjee, Hiroshika Sharon De Silva, Rabina Gurung, Sujan K.C., Nikita Kaki, Vishan Sudhira Amarasinga Malagora Gamage, Kanatage Rasika Marusanka Pereira, please join me in congratulating them.
Let's give our higher education graduates another big round of applause. I'll now invite Shane to present the Outstanding Business and Construction Higher Education Student of the Year Award.
Thank you, Trent. The Outstanding Business and Construction Higher Education Student of the Year for 2025 is Kino Rafael Maniel.
I'm Kino Rafael Manalo, and I studied Information Technology at Melbourne Polytechnic. This course really offered me a new knowledge, a wide variety about IT, so that really took my interest. So in the Philippines, I studied computer science. Fast forward, I got a student visa, started studying at Melbourne Polytechnic. Currently, I work with Amazon Web Services as data center operations technician.
You were working in learning environments in Melbourne Polytechnic while you were still studying.
They were looking for like a student who can help them build ebooks during that time, I suddenly got this opportunity with Amazon Web Services, and they were really supportive. Like, keynote, this is a career growth. We're happy for you. This will really offer big opportunity in your career. So go for it. So that's when I got in my current work right now. It means a lot. When I was still studying, I wasn't really aware that there's this award. I actually just thought, okay, end goal of this will be graduation, and that's just my goal. Okay, try to get the grades good. I think this award really made me realize that when you give out more, you expect more to come.
Congratulations, Kino, and thank you, Shane. I'd now like to welcome Melbourne Polytechnic's Chief Executive, Francis Coppolillo, back to the stage to present the final Melbourne Polytechnic Outstanding Student of the Year Award for 2025.
Thank you. The Outstanding Foundation Student of the Year for 2025, sponsored by Quest Preston, is Mayami Hayoshi.
Feel like I want to let down my guard and just fall. 'Cause someone was before you, and someone let me go. This time I must know for sure.
I wasn't study only in a classroom. It's like a cocoon. In a classroom, we are protected, safe place to make mistakes and everything. But I tried to communicate to my boys' cricket team and the school. My name is Mayumi. I studied English as an additional language. I live in Preston. I like paths and parks along the Mill Creeks. It's so beautiful. And my youngest son wanted to play cricket. So he started to play, and that's my cricket journey began. I got a job working at City of Darwin Council. I'm a home care support worker, so I could deeply understanding the different culture and traditions. One of the biggest challenge is that I had to face to overcome it during my fear of speak to native English people. But my teacher encouraged me to overcome those fears, so she tried us to talk as much as we can, so it was great. I would like to say thank you to my teachers, especially for Mary. She is really professional to taught us, very impartial, very good.
Okay. Of our existing Outstanding Student of the Year Award recipients presented over 2 graduation ceremonies, 2 winners are selected to be the overall Higher Education and Vocational Education and Training Outstanding Student of the Year Award winners. Tonight we are presenting the Melbourne Polytechnic Overall Outstanding Higher Education Student of the Year. No surprises here. The award for 2025 goes to Kino Rafael Manalo. Okay. I think we're done, Trent.
Are you sure we're done?
Oh, Trent,
there
I
something
think
else
we
you'd
forgot to say. We forgot to say something, and that is to thank our MC this evening, who has done a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trent.
Thanks, Francis. Has Francis done a wonderful job tonight? Yeah? That was the best part at the end there, actually, Francis. That topped it off. What a privilege to be awarded the overall award tonight for 2025. Congratulations, Keno. And of course, thank you, Francis, and everyone who's been involved tonight in presenting the awards. Congratulations again to all the winners tonight. Can we have a huge round of applause, please, for all the winners? I actually think you're all winners tonight. Whether you won an award or whether you received your certificate, whether you've completed a journey that might have taken years in some cases, it's so meaningful to hear your stories tonight and to, of course, to celebrate with friends and family. So congratulations to all graduates. Please give yourselves a huge round of applause. Now, you might have noticed, I think we've actually awarded everyone their certificates and degrees tonight. I'll just double check. Has anyone came here tonight expecting to get a degree or certificate? All good? Yep. A few people would like one? Yep. We've got some... Oh, no, we've given most of them away. Okay. It's all good. In that case, we better wrap up. So, I'd like to say a few thank yous. On behalf of Melbourne Polytechnic, a big thank you to Jordan Winfield for announcing all of the graduate names this evening. What a fantastic job Jordan did. A big thank you to our award sponsors tonight, Quest Preston and the City of Whittlesea, for their support. Thank you so much. I'd like to say thank you also to Wurundjeri man Colin Hunter Jr. and our speakers tonight and our Auslan interpreters Mark Ethan, Karen Clare and Genevieve Casson. A big thank you to the incredible Melbourne Polytechnic staff and students from the Certificate 3 in Floristry course for the displays this evening. How fantastic are these floral displays? Thank you also to Caroline, a fellow Melbourne Polytechnic alumnus, for their wonderful pre-ceremony musical entertainment on the cello as you came in tonight. Thank you so much, Caroline. Of course, these events don't just happen by themselves, they take an incredible team. So a huge thank you to our graduation team across marketing and communications, academic registry, our graduation working group, and all of our staff volunteers. Thank you so much. Big round of applause. And last but not least, a big thank you to the Melbourne Recital Centre for hosting us tonight. This is such a wonderful venue. It is befitting of the important event that I know we've been celebrating for so many of you tonight, and your friends and family, and you deserve to be in a place that celebrates you and what you've done. So thank you to the Melbourne Recital Centre for making this available. And now, I'll ask you please all to stand as we allow the academic procession to leave the room. So please, if you can stand, and we'll allow the academics to proceed as they do their official procession. And now I'd ask you please to join me in the foyer after this ceremony for a post-graduation celebration. You'll get to meet Melbourne Polytechnic staff, celebrate with graduates and their guests, and a final reminder that photography will be taking place on level 2. If you haven't had a photograph, now is the time. Thank you so much. Big good night from me. You've been a wonderful audience. Thank you.